instead of thinking about lines, you have to think about frames. What are the overarching frames in the conversation? What are the overarching thoughts that you have in the conversation? And those are the things you need to think about, not just the specific little lines. For example, is the frame a man to woman frame? Is it a frame seductive or is it a friendly frame? Is the frame are you the buyer in the conversation or are you the seller? Like, are you selling yourself to the girl or is she selling herself to you? Like those kind of frames. You need to have different frames in the conversation that are kind of ticked so that the conversation is really successful, you know? So it's not about the lines, it's about the overarching frame of the conversation as well. But
Yeah.
I'm not big into pickup lines, to be honest, because I think it's fake. And I think it comes from a foundation of neediness, because pickup artists, what they do is they just recite lines just in the hopes of getting sex quick. But yeah, it's not really, it's a facade, you know, and once the girl sees the hole in the facade of that person, she gets disgusted by that because she sees like, okay, that person is actually fake. They're trying to say a little line, but it's just, it's nothing. Like it's just acting. It's just an actor. They're not really themselves, you know? So I think it's good to have lines, a few go-to openers maybe just to help you. But then you gotta also be the guy who understands like the overarching communication principles behind the lines.
I think there are many guys who have different game. All game is not the same.
True.
For everybody.
Yeah, there's different styles.
Yeah, exactly. And I would like to know what's your like how you do it. Like
Yeah, there's different. I mean, depends. First of all, like myself, in my whole method, my method is called the Limo method, by the way. And basically, Limo method is like there's 4 letters, 4 acronyms. Number 1, it's live cold approach. L is live cold approach. I do a lot of cold approach. Number 2, it's EI is Instagram. I'm very big on Instagram, like getting dates with Instagram. M, it's like managing leads, management of leads. I have like a CRM with women. CRM is like, in sales, it's like a customer relationship management system where I manage the leads, etc. Like, yeah, I have a CRM for girls where I manage the leads, etc. Like, I can show you, for example, for the girls in Tallinn, I have like this software. One second. Where I'm at, girl, you see Tallinn dating. You see girls Tallinn to be dated, warm leads, women closed, and I have like plenty of leads to follow up with and stuff.
so these are girls like contact information.
Yeah, girls that I got their contact that I can follow up with. It's like basically just so I don't forget about them. I have all my leads, you know.
Okay.
And then O, it's like optimization and lifestyle. So it's like optimizing your lifestyle constantly and really always optimizing things. So it's the Limo method. Now within that Limo method, there's a system to approach women, which is the ACCQC system that I use to approach women. I'm not going to tell you about the system because it's a long thing, but ACCQC is a whole system that I use to approach women during daytime. Then there's also nighttime systems where, like in a club, etc., how to get, you know, the girl to go home with you.
So
after.
you do both games, like day game and night game.
Daytime and nighttime. That's what we do on bootcamp too. On bootcamp with my clients, we do daytime and nighttime. And then online, Instagram, there's a system also with Instagram. And then social circle, I also have a system to meet new people, network, etc. But yeah, so those are the systems. Now, if you're talking about my style of game, I have a very simple verbal structure. Like I open, I hook, I demonstrate high value, I frame control, I qualify, I sexualize, and I close. Basically, that's what I do within the whole conversation. Like open, hook, demonstrate high value, frame control, qualify and close, and sexualate, etc. And there's different things. Like there's different frame control methods, there's different sexualization methods, there's different ways to demonstrate high value. Like there's so many different things that I do. But yeah.
Could you describe what the meaning of framing actually is? Like I don't get the concept.
Okay, what's the meaning of frame, basically?
Yes, framing. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, basically, in every conversation, there's always one person reacting more to the other person than the other person is reacting to them. Your frame, basically, on a macro level, your frame is how you view the world, how you view your vision of the world. That's your on a macro level. On a micro level, though, the frame in the conversation is the dynamic of the conversation. Like, are you reacting to me more? Am I reacting to you more? Who's like selling selling itself more. Like, for example, if you work in a job, okay, and you talk to your boss, there's going to be a frame there. Like, you're going to play the employee, he's going to be the boss, and he's going to tell you what to do, and you're in reaction to him because he's the boss. You can't just, do whatever you want. That's the frame. Or, for example, a fan with a celebrity. Well, the celebrity is going to have a high frame because it's the celebrity, and the fan is going to be the fan frame. So in every conversation, there's like a frame. It's like how the conversation is set up. Like, for example, on a sales call, when I take sales calls for my business, there's a certain frame. Like, I'm the expert. I've been doing this for a while. They're the client, potential client that wants to work with me. So I have the frame of like, okay, I'm the expert. He's the client. I'm asking him question. He's replying. I'm showing him stuff. He's, seeing my stuff. Like, there's a frame. Now you can always, work on your frame as well, because if your frame isn't strong, like if you don't have a strong frame, which means like if you don't know exactly what kind of man you are, what kind of life you want to live, what kind of women are good for your life, then you're not going to be able to disqualify people because you're not going to have a strong frame yourself.
I would like to know how to set frame in conversation, like when the girl doesn't know who you are.
Yeah.
Let's take men and women conversation, for example.
Sure.
So how do you set that with words?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, the first frame is it needs to be, if you're trying to seduce a woman, it needs to be a man to woman frame, which means like it's not a friendly frame of like, oh, do you know where the toilets are, or oh, do you know the direction? Like, no, it has to be already seductive. It has to be like, hey, I saw you, I loved your style, you looked interesting. It's like you're there to meet her romantically, not a friendly. That's the first frame. Because a lot of guys, what they do is they beat around the bush. They're like, oh, do you know what the time is? Blah, blah, blah. And like, it's not really clear that you're there to talk to her for dating purposes. So the first frame to establish in the conversation is that you're there to talk to her because you like her, not because you want to know what the time is or what the weather is or whatever. First frame. Second frame. Who is the screener and who is the screened? What I mean by that is, in every conversation, there's a screener and there's a screen. Do you know what screening means? Screening someone?
Like when you look how they act, what they speak, how they behave.
Yeah, basically, when you screen someone, you're trying to identify whether that person is the right fit or whether that person is, good for you.
Oh.
And in every conversation, basically, you can be that person who screens the other person. For example, instead of the girl asking you the questions like, oh, so what do you do? Oh, so do you work out? Oh, so do you do this? Instead, you want to be the one doing that. You want to be the one screening her and seeing if she fits your standard and see if she's good for you. Not in a way that's arrogant, not like, oh, I'm the king of the world and are you good enough for me? Not like that. You have to be subtle, but you have to be the one like screening her and seeing if she fits. Because in every conversation, you're either in reaction to the girl or you are the cause of her reaction. So you're either at the cause or you're at the effect of her. And you see a lot of guys, when they're in a conversation, they're at the effect the whole time. Like the girl is throwing shit at them and they're the one like always qualifying themselves, always saying things. Like, for example, the girl is asking them things like, oh, do you say this to all the girls? Oh, how long have you been doing this? Blah, blah, blah. Or, I don't know, like the girls can give you shit tests, like congruence tests, basically, where they're going to ask you things like, oh, so do you approach girls like that all the time? Is that a pickup line? Blah, blah, blah. Or like they're going to ask you things that are going to try to basically throw you off guard and trying to kind of make you a bit like confused or a bit in reaction to them. Mm-hmm. So that's why you don't want to let them do that. You want to be the one kind of doing that to them in a way and them being in reaction. That's important. Because otherwise you lose the frame. Otherwise they have the frame, they have the stronger frame, and you have the weaker frame. So a strong frame is always at the cause, and a weak frame is always at the effect of the other person. Mm-hmm. There's many frames you can set in a conversation for the girl to be like willing to sleep with you that night. So for example, the frame that she's adventurous, the frame that she's non-judgmental, the frame that she's open-minded, the frame that she's spontaneous.